Hello guys, it's Steve here. It is Wednesday, June 21st, 2017. Happy first day of summer. It's officially summer, thank God, the best season of the year. I'm watching some Full House, good show, but I'm doing this video with my webcam because I just feel like doing a video with this thing instead of my camera, which is what I usually use. I feel like I got a burp because I just ate spaghetti and I'm drinking soda. But in this video, I'm going to talk about the NHL jersey changes with Adidas. Um, Now, over a month ago, I did a video talking about the NHL switching to Adidas and teams that I think should get new uniforms and teams I think that should not get new uniforms. But last night, the NHL officially released all the Adidas uniforms. Um, And in this video, I'm basically going to review the changes, my review on the changes. Now, some of the changes, the team's new uniforms are good, and I am impressed with some of the changes. And some changes are decent, and other changes are not good at all, and I do not like. Um, Now, first thing I want to talk about, one thing Adidas did change with the jerseys is the collar. Now, on the Reebok jerseys, how the collars were more of a triangle, and then the NHL logo was behind the collar, or yeah, it was behind the collar. Like I'll show you an example with a couple of my Reebok hockey jerseys. It's my Blackhawks and Jets jersey. Now, you see how the collar is? It's more of a triangle shape. That's how the collar looked on the Reebok jerseys, and then the NHL logo on this red whatever, this red space with the NHL logo on it. It was behind the collar. It was not on it. It was behind it. Same goes with Winnipeg's. Uh, More of a, and this one has laces. But the NHL logo on this silver area is behind. It was not on the collar. But yeah. Um, so yeah, that's how the Reebok uniforms look. The collar was more of a triangle shape, and the NHL logo was behind the collar. Now, what Adidas did was they made the collars more round. It's not a triangle shape anymore. It's more round. And the NHL logo is not behind the collar. It's on it. It's on the collar, which some teams it looks all right on the collar with the NHL logo on it. Other teams, like the Blackhawks jerseys, the Canadiens jerseys, the Stars jerseys, the Jets jerseys, it does not look good on the collar. Like I'll show you what I mean. Yeah, like here are the collars of the Adidas jerseys. This is Montreal's. See how Montreal has a blue, dark blue, and white collar. It usually goes all the way around. But this red space with the NHL logo is on the collar. It's kind of in the way. It's blocking the collar. Same with Dallas's. black and white collar, but this black space with the NHL logo is on the collar, not behind it. Or why is there even this black space? Why can't they just have the NHL logo, just the NHL logo on the collar, not this space? Same with this. Just have the NHL logo on the collar, not this red space. And same goes with the Blackhawks jerseys, which is not in the picture. But like the Blues jerseys, it doesn't matter because the Blues, their collar is navy blue, and this area it's not. It's navy blue as well, so it's not really a problem. Same with, I don't know. Same goes with Nashville's. The blue doesn't go all the way around because this gold space with the NHL logo is on it. I just don't like that. It just doesn't look good to me. I liked it better where the NHL logo was behind the collar and the triangle shaped collars, the Reebok style. Hell, before Reebok Edge took over, the jerseys didn't even have the NHL logo on the top. I think it was more in the collar, or it was like inside the jerseys, or I don't know. I think it was on the bottom of the jersey. I don't know, but I just do not like the new Adidas style collars. Yeah, I just do not like the Adidas style collars. I mean, I'm not used to it. I probably gotta get used to it. Once I get used to it, I probably won't mind it. But I mean, when Reebok first took over the NHL jerseys, I did not like the collars. I do not like the triangle shaped collars with the NHL logo behind the collars. But I ended up getting used to it. I'll probably get used to it with the Adidas jerseys. But still not a fan of the Adidas style collars. And another thing Adidas did was just change the material of the jerseys. The jerseys are supposed to be more lighter. And I saw, like, on the jersey, like on the shoulder area, this part of the jersey, I saw holes, little holes on the shoulder area. I'm guessing it's supposed to be more breathable for the players, more lighter, and keep them more, cooler. I'm guessing. I don't know, but yeah, they just changed the material of the jerseys and the collars, and yeah. Now I'm gonna review some of the teams, all the teams' new jerseys, the teams who got new uniforms, and just how every team looks with the Adidas style. Yeah, some of them look good, some of them don't look good at all, and yeah. Alright, here are all of the Adidas uniforms for teams in the Eastern Conference. The Montreal Canadiens, starting with them, they did not change. They stayed the same. This is their uniforms. Again, the collar. I do not like this red space in the collar, on the collar. It's in the way of the rest of the white and blue area. Like to see the collar go all the way around and not this red area with the NHL logo. I just don't like that. But other than that, they stayed the same, which is good. Montreal, they should never change. And their road uniform is going to stay the same as well. These are only the home uniforms. But the road uniform will look the same too. So yeah, Montreal's jerseys did not change. Just the collar, and that's it. The Ottawa Senators, their jerseys look the same. I heard they were getting new uniforms next season. I can't really see what they changed. I think they maybe did a little bit of tweaks to it. I can't really see what they did. For the most part, they look the same. The Florida Panthers, I also heard they're getting new uniforms, but can't really see what they changed. So it was probably just really minor changes. But they look the same like they did last season with the Reebok Edge jerseys. Which I wish the Panthers can go back to the previous look. This new logo just sucks. The Maple Leafs, they for the most part stayed the same. I do not like. Also, another thing with the collars. A lot of the collars, the color just does not go. It only goes halfway. Like, see the white on the Maple Leafs collar? It only goes halfway around, and then it's like white over here and then blue over here. Like, I want the white to go all the way around, not just halfway. Fuck that. It looks stupid. But yeah, so Toronto, for the most part, stayed the same. And it's probably the same on the white uniforms, the road uniforms, where it's blue only goes halfway, and then white goes, Tampa Bay, their jerseys stayed the same. They needed new uniforms because they look so much like Toronto. They should have just added some black back to the logo and uniforms. They look like Toronto. I mean, look at Toronto and Tampa Bay's. One thing, they both have a white stripe, one white stripe on the bottom of their jerseys. Of course, Tampa's is thicker than Toronto's, but still. And Toronto has 2 stripes on the sleeves, and well, Tampa only has 1. But they still look similar, and people are still going to get confused if it's Tampa or Toronto playing each other. Tampa needs to add black back to their uniforms. The Boston Bruins, for the most part, stayed the same. All they did with the uniforms was just did tweaks to the name and number font, where on the home uniforms the numbers were gold, and then there was black and white outline. They got rid of the black outline, it's just a white outline. Same with the road uniform. They got rid of the white outline, it's just a black number with a gold outline. Other than that, they're the same, which is good. Also, Boston also changed their socks. They used to have gold socks, now they have black socks, which is whatever. The Buffalo Sabres, for the most part, they stayed the same. They just got rid of the gray and the Reebok lines. That's all they did. And I do not, again, the collar, the gold only goes halfway, and then in the front half is just navy blue. I don't like that. The Detroit Red Wings stayed the same, which is good. They don't need to change. They're never changing. They're staying how they are, which is good. The Philadelphia Flyers, they stayed the same, which is good. They don't need to change. They should stay how they are forever and ever till the end of time. Their uniforms are perfect, so they didn't change. New Jersey Devils, they changed. They got rid of the waist stripings where it was white, black, and white, and just added black space to the bottom. It looks more plain now. And the white, black, and white stays on the Devils' sleeves, but thing is, it looks more thicker. I don't like that. And the collar is what they also changed. It was white, or black, white, and black. Now it's a red collar. I just don't like New Jersey's new uniforms. And I believe on their road uniform it's black at the top, and it's the same, just a white jersey. I don't know. I haven't seen the Devils' road uniforms yet. I'm only showing some of the changes, only on the home uniforms in this video, because I don't want to make this video too long. But I really hope New Jersey in a couple years goes back to the look they've had, that they won 3 Stanley Cups in, because this is bad. A lot of people don't like it. The Islanders, they stayed the same, which is good. Their uniforms are perfect how they are. The Capitals stayed the same, which is fine. They have nice uniforms. Although I was kind of hoping they would go back to their retro look, but whatever. They still have good uniforms. The Rangers stayed the same, which is good. Their road uniform is going to stay the same too. Rangers don't need new uniforms, and they're never going to change. The Hurricanes, they got new uniforms. They bring back the squares. Their design on their Stanley Cup uniforms they won in 2006, which I actually kind of like it. Carolina's new uniforms are not bad. Columbus, they didn't change much. All they did was change the collar It used to be red and white. Now it's just red. And they also changed the font on the back of their jerseys, the number and letter font. That's all they did. The Penguins stayed the same, which is good. Pittsburgh doesn't need to change. They just changed it back to their early 90s look that they won 2 cups in. And, yeah. So thank God Pittsburgh didn't change, and I hope they never change. Now to the Western Conference. The Nashville Predators, they still have a gold home uniform, which is good. I'm glad the Predators are keeping gold as their main home uniform. They're the only team with a gold home uniform. It makes them stand out in the league. But what they did was they got rid of the blue area here and the white Reebok lines that was there. Same with the back of the jersey. And on the road jersey, same thing. It was a blue line with gold over here. Probably got rid of that. I don't know. I gotta see their road uniforms. But yeah. But the Colorado Avalanche now. I actually like Colorado's changes. They looks like they went back to their original look that they won 2 Stanley Cups in the mid 90s and early 2000s. They bring back the blue triangle mountain shape on the bottom of the jerseys with the gray outline. It remains blue on the shoulders going all the way down to the wrist. It's always been like that on all their uniforms. It's always been blue over here. And the jersey has always been burgundy, which it looks good. And they also added a white or silver outline between the blue and the burgundy. But overall, Colorado's new uniforms look really good. And I'm sure their road uniforms, it's burgundy over here. And the jersey's white. Yeah, Colorado, they definitely improved. But the Blackhawks jersey, they stayed the same. But again, I just do not like this red space with the NHL logo on their collar. It just blocks the... I like to see their white collar go all the way around, not have this thing in the way. And I saw the Blackhawks road uniform. Looks the same as their road uniforms they've always wore. The Minnesota Wild got a new home uniform. They finally have a forest green home uniform with their main logo on it. It doesn't look bad. I just do not really like the white chest stripe. I think it would have been better if they would have just added a stripe on the bottom of the jerseys. But it's not horrible. It looks okay. And their road uniform, it's probably a green chest stripe. And the jersey's white and green and red on the sleeves. But yeah, the St. Louis Blues jerseys, they didn't change much. They stayed the same. The only thing they did was change the color of the numbers. The numbers and letters used to be gold. Now it's white. I do not like that they did that. I liked it better when they had the gold numbers. I don't think they did anything to the road uniforms, though. I think it's still, the numbers are still blue. But yeah, the Dallas Stars, they didn't change, although I heard they were getting new uniforms. But they didn't change. Dallas has the same look, which is fine, because I actually like Dallas's uniforms that they've wore since 2013-2014 season. I didn't like it at first, but I really like it now. I think all they did was they put dots on the number. That's what I saw, but whatever. They still have the same shoulder patches, and the design is still the same. But again, I do not like this black space with the NHL logo on the collar. Winnipeg stayed the same. Again, I do not like this stupid NHL, this white space with the NHL logo over here. Just sticks out. I don't like it. Other than that, Winnipeg stays the same, which is fine. I like Winnipeg's jerseys. The Calgary Flames, for the most part, stayed the same. All they did was got rid of the Reebok lines, which I was hoping they would go back to their retro look. I wanted them to go back to the retro look they wore in the 80s that they won their Stanley Cup in 1989 in. Those were the best uniforms. Calgary, bring back those retro uniforms twice as third jerseys. The first time they bring it back was in the 2010-2011 or 2011-2012 season. They wore that up until the 2012-2013 season, and then they switched to the third jerseys that had the Calgary word mark with the black shoulder yoke, which weren't bad. They wore those from the 2013-2014 season till the 2015-2016 season. Then they bring back the retro jerseys as a third jersey again in the 2016-2017 season, this past season. But they're still not bringing it full time, which I really hope they bring back the retro uniforms. The bright red and gold full time again next season in 2018-2019 season. Because those are the best uniforms. They have to bring those back soon. Everybody loves those. But moving on to the San Jose Sharks. They, for the most part, stayed the same. All they did, I think, was just get new shoulder patches, which I'm disappointed. I think they needed a new look. At least add a shoulder yoke in, or at least some stripings. I don't know why they got rid of their shoulder yokes after the 2012-2013 season to this. This looks like a practice jersey. But yeah, the Edmonton Oilers. They have a new look, and let me tell you, I hate it. I'm really pissed off that they got rid of their retro look. I can't believe they got rid of the royal blue jerseys for this crap. Why the hell did they do that? I mean, Edmonton, their jerseys were perfect. I mean, those royal blue jerseys that they finally went back to in 2012 full time. I mean, those were the best Oilers uniforms, and they look perfect. They won 5 Stanley Cups in those jerseys in the 80s and early 90s. Wayne Gretzky played in those jerseys. And it just looked awesome. The Oilers have always been a blue team, a royal blue team. And then in the mid-90s, they got rid of the royal blue for the navy blue and copper, which was stupid. And they went to the Stanley Cup Finals in 2006 with the navy blue and copper, but they did not win it. And then in 2009, the 2008-2009 season, the Oilers decided to bring back their retro blue jerseys as an alternate, which was good. And then in the 2011-2012 season, the best decision the Oilers ever made was to bring back the retro full time again, making the retro blue their home uniform and bringing back the white retro jersey as their road uniform. The best decision they ever made, and they look perfect again. And now the Oilers are getting rid of their retro look again for this stupid crap. Orange and navy blue. They got rid of the royal blue, and it's now navy blue. They look stupid. My God, I hate it. And the sad thing is, the Oilers never got to wear their retro blue jerseys when they finally bring it back in a playoff game. They wore it in the playoffs a bunch of times in the 80s and 90s in their dynasty era, but never wore them after they bring them back for the 5-6 years. Or since 2009. They wore the retro white uniforms in the playoffs this past season when the Oilers were in the playoffs, but they never got to wear the retro blue jerseys in the playoffs, because instead they wore the orange jerseys in the playoffs, which I'm not too happy about. But I'm just upset that the Oilers are getting rid of their retro uniforms. They're perfect uniforms for this crap. You know, a lot of people don't like this, by the way. A lot of people miss the royal blue uniforms. Not a lot of people are happy about this because I was on Facebook and Twitter, and the Oilers page released this jersey, and a lot of people hated it. I really hope the Oilers, whoever decided to change this uniform, hope they regret changing it and goes back to the retro look again. Oh man, I can't believe we decided to get rid of the royal blue, the Oilers retro uniforms. They look so good. The fans love those. Even now, I kind of admit they don't look good in orange. They look better in their retro uniforms. Why did we have to make the decision to get rid of it? You know what? Screw that. Let's bring back the retro royal blue look again. I really hope the Oilers do that in the future, in the near future, in a couple years, because this is crap. Moving on to the Ducks. The Ducks, for the most part, oh, never mind. What the Oilers did, they just, their orange uniforms are different from last year's. Again, the shade of blue is different, and over here, the blue, royal blue was much thicker, and it was white. There was no orange space. I don't know. And on the numbers, the back of the jersey, they changed the numbers or the letters from blue to white on the back of the jersey, at least. Here it still looks like the numbers are blue. And they also got rid of the numbers on the shoulders and put it on the sleeves, which is good. The Ducks, though, the Ducks stayed the same, which is fine. They're thinking about going back to the Mighty Ducks look in the 2018-2019 season, which is good. Coyotes stayed the same, which is fine. Vancouver stayed the same, which is good. I like Vancouver's jerseys. The Kings stayed the same, which is good. And here are the Vegas Golden Knights uniforms, which I'm not a fan of the NHL going to Vegas. I'd rather it go to Seattle or Quebec City. But honestly, the Golden Knights uniforms don't really look that bad. They don't look bad at all. They actually look pretty nice. At least it's not, plain, where there are no stripings on the bottom of the jersey. They actually have stripings, a gold and black. And on the sleeves, they have black here, gold and red. It actually looks good. I saw their road uniform. They look really good. So I'm impressed with Vegas. At least Vegas got good uniforms. But yeah, these are all the uniforms that Adidas changed. And yeah. But yeah, it's basically all the changes with Adidas. Maybe I forgot some changes. But I talked about most of the changes. I only showed the home uniforms again and not the road uniforms because again I don't want to make this video too long, although it probably already is really long, but at least shorter than if I showed both home and road uniforms. But yeah, this is my video. It's my opinion. If you disagree with my opinion, that's fine. Just don't bash me with insults because I don't agree with your opinion or you don't agree with my opinion. Just be respectful and yeah. So have a good one, guys. Yeah.